There are too many men these days that ask themselves why women don't go for nice guys like them and instead are chasing after those that couldn't care less about giving her the time of day. Women are attracted to a man that they cannot control. It doesn't matter how much you do for her, run circles around her. Just the fact that she can make you do those things in the first place is what majorly kills the attraction she could have for you.
Yep, it's true. Let her chase them while you focus on chasing your own dreams and happiness, guys.
Most women don't like most men. The first reason is due to inflation of options, right? The grass is always greener due to social media, dating apps, which have really boosted women's egos. Also, not to mention the 90-10 rule due to those options, meaning that 90% of the women are usually going after the top 10% of men and what they find the most attractive in the realms of looks, money, and status. And then average woman versus the average man. We have seen it time and time again. The average woman has access to higher status, more attractive men, versus the average guy really doesn't have the same access that even an average woman would have nowadays. And because of that, it's kind of skewed up the dating dynamics, which overall has made it harder for men just to land a single date.
The vast majority of women aren't even worth dating, so it's a win for men. Men don't need women for anything. Honestly, what can a woman bring to a man in 2025?
So after I gave him the ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me.
But who told you it's a good idea to put a mature man against the wall? Why would you want to go this far to get him to marry you? Even if he went on with it, would it be worth it? This is the worst strategy to get a man to marry you. It will never work with a man who knows himself.
For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car. And we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really gonna let me leave? He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip.
The biggest problem with ultimatums is that if you give in to one, you'll just get more of them. This man was smart not to negotiate. An ultimatum reveals just how weak the position of the person issuing the ultimatum is. I love getting ultimatums because the opposition has just painted itself into a corner that which there is no escape from. When my husband and I were dating, I told him one time he had to get up. He sat up and said, the only things I have to do is breathe and die, then went back to sleep. Yeah, you can't make a strong man do anything. Exactly what I told my wife early on when we got into an argument, and she threatened to leave. I said we both know where the door is. If you want to leave, just leave.
The man in the video changed his mind and was ready to marry, but she didn't have to put him against the wall for it. Deliberately, he was willing to marry her on the next day. Let's have a look at what happened.
You can red bean. Like I was saying, I think we should just stay friends, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not ready for a relationship. Like, you know, I'm just not ready for all that right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Damn. Crispy chicken. You say you cooked it? You did it? Cornbread. Cornbread. Cornbread too? This ain't Jip, this from scratch? Lord, shit. And you cook this like this all year round. It stays the same taste like this all year round. Well, I don't know, baby, look. You mind if I take my Air Max off? Look, check this out. I'm gonna take my Air Max off for a couple of years because I've been thinking, since I've been sitting here eating on this, that you might be right. We might do need to get in a relationship because, real talk, I've been hungry lately, and these women I've been dealing with, they, you know, this is the taste I've been looking for. So, you want to get married tomorrow? You want to get married tomorrow? Because yeah, that look like that's what's finna happen. I don't want to be single no more. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go and get married tomorrow. And I'm going to bring my little TV and my little VCR that I got, my 4 pair of boxes that I got at the crib with mom, and bring them on over here with you because look like this is my home. Look like I got a phone to happy home.
Listen to this.
This is the taste I've been looking for. So, you want to get married tomorrow?
As you can see, it's easy to get a man to change his mind when it comes to marriage and relationships.
Basically, Women will do anything except communicate directly.
To be honest, I'd rather just be a little lonelier than deal with all the hassle of dating. I'm really not in a place emotionally and financially where I can deal with sorting through a bunch of misses to find a Mrs. Nowadays, with dating apps, there's always something new and more exciting just around the corner. So many women I've dated have abruptly broken things off because they found something more exciting. Dating is like taking on a part-time job. I don't have the time or the energy. I'm sure all of you can relate to that. Social media, Hollywood, and porn have really altered the expectations of the general public across the board when looking for a mate. It's actually really messed up psychologically when a person thinks about it. Specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who conveniently hold themselves to extremely low standards but feel entitled to the best. More specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who act like victims when they're confronted with equally high expectations.
This is why there are so many YouTube videos about building a cabin alone in the woods. Men's standards today: be fit, be tall, have a house, a car, good job, pay for dates, pick her up, open doors, take charge, but don't be controlling, do whatever she asks, but don't be submissive, share your feelings, but only the good ones, do all the men's chores, but also do half of the women's chores, buy her gifts and flowers. Women's standards: just exist, love me, and be loyal. And they still can't manage.
Hey y'all, it's been a while. I have been out and about and doing my thing, but just checking in, some new things going on. Wanted to see what you guys thought. I have been seeing a younger guy, about 10 years younger than I am, and he does okay for himself. He has a cute little house out in the country, and the truth is it's not my thing, and he understands that and knows that I have a different background than he does, and I have a different net worth than he does, and I know I'm gonna come off like a bitch and sound like, you know, I don't have my head on straight, but it's definitely a lifestyle change, and I'm wondering if anybody's experienced this. I really care about him, and he really cares about me, and we've done a lot of chatting about this, but he's probably not ever going to want to move out of his cute little house out in the country, and I'm probably never going to want to move into his cute little house in the country. Just because I'm a Libra. I'm into my surroundings. I need to be like aesthetically happy, and there's a lot of work to be done, and I don't think it's going to get done. So anyway, I know this is like totally superficial and stupid, but this is what's on my mind, and I wanted to get somebody's opinion. I don't need haters telling me I'm a bitch, and I need to be, you know, coming down off my high horse. I understand that people come from different backgrounds and do different things, and we all have to kind of make our way and feel right with who we end up with. So just checking. Anybody date younger people who might not be in the same financial spot as you, and your comfort level with that? Maybe guys are more comfortable with it just because it's the traditional role, but and maybe I'm not comfortable with it because it's not the traditional role. I don't know. I'm just asking. It's what's on my mind, and there you go. And did you notice I didn't say hardly at all? So excited.
When I was in my 20s, we didn't call them cougars. We called them practice girls. Women with large frame glasses and big top corners are one of the biggest red flags. Any woman wearing those types of glasses is signaling that she's crazy. Believe it. Don't engage with them at all. They are total time wasters.
Is dating today, in your opinion, harder than it's ever been?
I was friends with my boyfriend before we started dating, and I feel like that's a more natural transition than like seeing features on your screen and trying to make a decision based on like a list of things.
People just try and avoid things because I think they're scared to say things straight up.
One red flag and you're kind of like, oh, I could go find somewhere else. You don't need to have one person when you could have like 5.
Honestly, I don't know. I've had really bad luck. So everything. Like, I've been treated like shit.
I think a big part of it is because of social media.
People see a lot, they exposed to a lot. They're always looking for better, 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 better.
Everyone is always looking for the best thing, and they always think something else is around the corner, and you almost have too much access to too many people.
I don't even try anymore. I just go to work, paint, work out, and sleep. The last woman nailed it. People are too busy looking for better instead of appreciating what's right in front of them.
Who are the primary victims of war?
I'll say women.
Why?
Okay.
How?
I mean, I guess the outcomes of going to war, like what happens with women and like cities that are invaded.
So let's assume military deaths are like nearly exclusively male. Like 99.99% male.
If
All
you're cutting
war.
out civilian casualties to prove this point.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Then
but
men.
he can, especially since you're specifically looking at the United States. So, for instance, of the 292,000 members of the U.S. military who were killed by enemy fire, 16 of them total were female. 16.
Of the United States, yeah.
Total. 16 from the United States for all of World War II. All of it.
She's the most delusional of all the guests so far.
I'm dating the nicest guy. That's great. No, he's like way too nice. Okay, then break up with him then? And what, go date some toxic douchebag? Wait, so do you think there are only super nice guys and then toxic douchebags? I mean, that's been my experience. I think you've got that wrong. It sounds like you have a very black and white view of how men treat you. What do you mean? I mean, you probably consider yourself a boss babe who don't need no man. Hell yes. So you think any man who doesn't cave to your every need is an asshole? That's right. But you're also a woman, so you're repulsed by a feminine man who allows you to control him. Yeah, So what society's telling you to do is in direct conflict with what biology is telling you to do. And instead of addressing these guys for who they really are, you're just allowing selfish emotional reactions to bring you to extreme conclusions about them. Most men aren't toxic douchebags or super nice guys. But if those are the only 2 types of guys you've dated, that sounds like a you problem, not a man problem.
Social media is ruining everything. Hating on a genuinely nice guy just makes you ungrateful and, frankly, kind of a monster.
I mean, dating after you are 40 years old is ghetto. Like, it's so ghetto. Especially if you're like a woman who's independent and got her own. I think the dating pool is way smaller for us. Like, I am so over it. I'm over it. I am 40 years old and I get it. I don't look like I'm 40. So I attract a lot of young men and like I am very vibrant and I listen to like reggaeton, trap, all that stuff that is like appealing to like the younger kids or whatever. But like even the dudes that are my age, like they're playing games. They're playing games. Like, baby, I don't got time to be texting all day. Like, plan something. Plan something. Like, I don't got that time to be on the phone, texting back and forth, what you're doing this, and like, plan something. Do not even, like, app is deleted. I'm done with it. I give it a good 3 months, tried it, and it was just like endless texting. Endless texting for nothing. Like, why are you on a dating app if you're not trying to meet people? For what? Like, in this time, in this generation, men are just emotionally unavailable. They're just not, they don't want to be emotionally available, especially when they meet a woman that is got her own, is successful, pay all her bills, is pretty, is knowledgeable. Like, what the F? What in the actual F? What in the actual F? I am just like over it. I am so done. Like, I don't want to date. Like, I'm done. Like, I hate dating. They want to talk to like multiple people and see which one. Like, no, I am the price. Like, I am the price. You're not gonna try to play me around to see which one of these you're talking to is better than me. I'm better. Nah. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I don't know who can relate, but I'm just so done. Like, I'm done. Dating in 2024 is ghetto.
They say the dating pool is smaller for women. Yes, because as modern women age, their preferences, standards, demands, and expectations of men increase. Only in a genocentric society can women demand more as their value decreases.